who's the first person you called when you found out you were captain?
I called my dad first. He's kind of been the person I call first most in these situations. He's pretty proud. He said he could kind of see it coming, but my mom was right there on the phone to take it away from him pretty quick, so she wasn't far behind.
Your dad said you saw it coming. Did you see it coming?
I mean, you could kind of see, with the off season, the off season that I was elected one of the 10 captains for lifting, but just the way my careers went, he said he said he had a feeling about it, and I guess he was right.
I know you're looking ahead, but just to take a step back, is it kind of cool to look at your journey here as quarterback at one point and taking a chance to come here and just how it's all played out?
Yeah, I was actually talking about that with a few of my buddies a few days ago. Looking back, the way I got here is kind of unorthodox. But early in that decision to go, to do what I did, I might have changed it. But looking back, I definitely wouldn't change a thing. The way I got here and how it's all come together, I definitely wouldn't change a thing.
No starting I-back, or no number one starting I-back, and you going into your second year as a starting fullback. How do you provide consistency to that running back room?
Oh yeah, as one of them, there's not very many seniors. There's me and Adam Harrison, but I try to just bring some of that experience. So even though those guys, we might not have one starting running back, those guys have a lot of game experience. They know what they're doing. I don't have to say much. They're in there. They're eager to learn. They love practicing. They love going out to compete. But I just try to I don't need to do much is what I'm trying to say. They got a lot of game experience.
Did you hit it off with Tanner pretty quickly here when he got here?
Yeah, we became friends pretty quickly.
What is it about him that I guess drew you to him, and also teammates to vote him a captain without having to play a snap?
Yeah, I think that says a lot about him. He's a very charismatic guy. He knows how to reach different people or lead people in different ways. One guy might respond to yelling more, or one guy might respond, in a different way. But I think he's able to lead people in different ways, and the way he was able to come in and show what he can do on the field, I think that's the biggest thing. It wasn't just all hype with him. He was able to prove it on the field, and I think people responded to that.
Tanner said the fullback could be huge in this offense. I guess, thinking back a year from now and today, I guess how much has your role changed a lot in that regard, as far as designated fullback runs, number of carries, things of that nature?
Yeah, definitely. You kind of see that with Andy in his senior year. You got to prove to the coaches what you can do, and you prove what you can do with the ball to get more opportunities. And I think I'm slowly starting to do that. Last year I was more of a lead blocker. But whatever the coach is going to ask me, I'm going to do it. But if you can prove to them that you deserve to have the ball in your hands, I think they'll get it to you.
You've been a big special teams guy. Coach Riley earlier was talking about Scott Booker, and he just said his energy level has been kind of contagious with that aspect of the game. Have you picked up on that?
Yeah. If you sat in one of our special teams meeting, you'd notice it right away. He's got a lot of energy, and I think he tries to shift some of that energy to the team, and I think he does a great job with it. Most guys, if you're a starter, most guys don't want to play on special teams, but I think he's kind of changing that attitude that, hey, you can come here and make plays. This is just as important as offense or defense, and a lot of their teams might have that negative, connotation with special teams, but if we go out there, and ball out and, give 100%, it can make some game-changing plays.
Who are some of the guys that have stepped up, maybe that weren't on special teams, with a key starter that's going to be on those units this year?
There's a lot of guys. We're still changing personnel right now, trying to settle it in for Arkansas State. But there's a lot of walk-on guys. We're forming walk-ons like Austin Rose. He's really stepped up. He's on a lot of special teams. There's countless guys, especially with Coach Booker coming in. He's got this kind of a new energy with it, and I think a lot of guys want to be a part of that.
Your thoughts on Arkansas State as the season opens?
They're an athletic team. They got a lot of talent on the D-line. I think number 11, he's going after some sort of sack record. I'm not sure, but I think they're they're a very athletic team. I think and it'll be a good test for us moving forward to see what we can do with Arkansas State.
Look, every year there's a point where you guys just want to be done with camp and start playing games. With the extra week of the preseason, 5 weeks, is it even more so now?
Yeah, you could definitely feel it. You know, we had to kind of pick each other up. The coaches had to pick us up. That extra week, you know, it starts to grind on guys. But you know, it's the old cliche. You know, you're ready to hit somebody else. You know, you're tired of going up against your own guys, but, you know, tired of going up against Dedrick Young, tired of going up against Chris Webber. You know, you get tired of taking those guys head on in the hole every day. You're ready to hit somebody else. But, yeah, I think the way this team came together during those weeks, you know, it's one of our harder fall camps since I've been here, you know, just the day-long grind and how long it was. But I think, you know, the way we were able to come together and show up to work every day and give it the effort we did, I think says a lot about this team.
DeMornay seemed pretty excited to see the other side of the ball actually operate this week and going forward. Are you kind of eager for side to see that defense?
There's times, you know, you want to sit back and just, you know, you can't really do it because you're in the game, but you want to sit back and watch that defense work because, you know, seeing them in practice, all the different looks they can give you, you know, we were trying to figure them out the whole fall camp. You know, I'd give Chris Webber a hard time that I knew what he was doing, but half the time, you know, I didn't really that well. But, you know, I wish I could sit back and watch them work. It would be fun to see what those guys can do on Saturday.
How much did that help you guys, I guess, prepare for the season, I guess?
Yeah, it helps us a lot. You know, in the Big Ten, you got Wisconsin, a few other teams that really run a true 3-4. But now, I mean, we're so well versed in the 3-4 now. Though the switch back to the 4-3 is going to seem easy now. But I mean, going throughout the season, you don't get many looks at that type of defense, and I think looking at it all spring, looking at it all fall camp really helped our team a lot. You know, now we're pretty proficient in both 4-3 and a 3-4.
Anything else?